Hello everyone, and welcome to round 3 of the Arceus Metronome tournament. Unfortunately, I lost in round 2 to It Backfired, which means I'm now in the loser's bracket, where I'll face off against someone I've definitely not faced off against before, vvooper. Yep, faced off against them twice, I believe, in the previous tournament. Naturally, the winner moves on, and the loser is knocked out of the tournament. Considering I'm the defending champion, I don't want that to happen. Arceus, bring me luck. Beltrinin, do your awesomeness. It's time for the fight against vvooper. I start with Miyamoto and Reggie, like I've done all the time. They have A, Arceus Fairy, and R, Arceus Steel. So I'm thinking, yeah, they probably have C, E, U, and S as the remaining Arceus. Luster Purge comes in, lower their special defense. Latios special move there from Reggie. Special defense lowered, nice job. Muddy Water comes in, super effective on Miyamoto. Reggie gets hit. No accuracy drops, which is really nice. That would be really nice. Mach Punch, super effective hit on R. Now, that 60% damage is decent. But it's good damage. Seed Bomb does less against Shigeru Miyamoto, though the Muddy Water is good. They withdraw A into C to get rid of that special defense drop, as they feel that might be in their way. Stored Power comes in, doesn't do all that much damage considering I don't have any increased stats. Quick Attack on Reggie, Steel type resists it. Not a lot of damage there. Overheat misses C, which is Arceus Ghost. Then Leech Life, another not very effective move, Sly Healing on our side. Icicle Spear on the Steel one, yeah, not very effective once more. And then only hits twice as well. Lots of not very effective moves at the start here. Mud Slap comes in super effective, not a lot of damage, but Mud Slap is a weak move. It does lower accuracy, which might work out very well. Mist Ball, we've already had Latios' special move, like their signature move. Now it's Latios's. I withdraw Shigeru Miyamoto to get rid of that special attack drop, but also to have a Pokemon in the back to heal with a possible Lunar Dance or Healing Wish. Because I remember, they withdraw R to get the accuracy drop. A comes back in. I have Auka, my Arceus Poison in. Tri Attack comes in on Auka, 16% damage is a decent amount. Do they get any kind of status? No. Gunk Shot on Arceus Ghost. Why not on the Fairy? I do Poison C, which is very nice. You get some poison damage in there. For now, it still looks quite even in this fight. No one really taking a big stat with stat boost or major damage. Parabolic Charge hits Auka, but it hits all the other ones as well. And it gives Reggie some nice healing. C use Instruct. Yeah, that doesn't really work in the opponent. Ingrain. That is a very nice move to have, considering it is healing every turn. Something like Ingrain and Ocarina is a very nice thing to have, because it's pretty much like a leftovers. Calm Mind on Auka, though, that is very nice to have a stat boost. If we can get some more like that, then that could work out really nicely, like we saw with Beltrinin in round 1. Reggie is in Speed Swap is used. I do believe that Speed Swap only swaps the... what's it, the regular stats, not their in-battle stat increase, so the speed does stay on my side. It was kind of interesting to see agility and then immediately speed swap on that Pokemon. Retaliate comes in, pretty good damage. Poison, some more on C. Aqua Ring on Reggie. So Auka with special attack, special defense boost, and Reggie with Aqua Ring, so that's looking good. Outrage comes in, I resist it, which means that their Arceus Fairy is now locked into Outrage, which will do some pretty good damage against Auka, but if they keep hitting Reggie, it won't do too much. And after 2 or 3 turns, they will get confused. If they want to get rid of that, then... well, they can't even do that, because with Ingrain, you can't switch. So they'll be confused for a few turns, and hopefully we can make use of that. Metronome goes in, Vital Throw. Unfortunately, it's on the Arceus Ghost, so that doesn't work whatsoever. Reggie heals a bit, but so does their A with Ingrain. Woodhammer on the Arceus Ghost, bit of recoil, and C is done, and I take the lead. It is 6-5. Vacuum Wave on A, resisted due to the fairy typing, but it is a bit more damage. Outrage once again hits Reggie, which I am happy with, considering that's less damage, and Reggie can also heal that off anyway. What do they have next are, as expected, they do want to keep to their order of letters. Topsy-Turvy doesn't work on A, the Arceus Fairy. Power Swap on Auka's side. And yeah, let's see, where's Speed Swap apparently doesn't switch the speed stats. I didn't remember too much about that. Power Swap came in though, and that switches all the changes to attack and special attack. So Auka being smart and giving R his special attack boosts, who then immediately makes use of that and Focus Blast Reggie in the face for a super effective hit, and then Auka gets hit by Outrage, and suddenly I feel like I'm not, like, I'm in the lead by remaining Pokemon, but it's suddenly looking a lot worse. I gave them a special attack boost, and then they hit with Focus Blast on the Arceus Steel. Ugh, not good. I really hope Reggie can survive for a very long time, but even with some small hits, they could just take it out next turn. Odor Sleuth on Reggie, that doesn't do too much. Confuse on A. Shadow Claw on Auka, critical hit. Auka does survive it, but with not a lot of HP. They're doing to keep Reggie in because the Aqua Ring. Explosion! Really? It doesn't even take any of them out. And Reggie and Auka are gone, and it's 6-4. No, it's 5-4. What? No, get Healing Wish. Dang it, you should have gotten Healing Wish so I could heal Shigeru Miyamoto. So they just use their moves. Neither of them work because I don't have any Pokemon left. Thanks, Reggie. I send in Biltrinin, Arceus Fairy, see if it can do awesome. Peanut Butter, once again, it's not shiny, I don't know why. Keep Shigeru Miyamoto in the back in case of the... What's it? In case of Lunadance or Healing Wish coming in. Hail comes in from R, so there's going to be some damage every turn. Critical hit Thrash and Biltrinin, dealing a third of its HP as damage. Feather Dance on R does lower its attack, it halves its attack, which is nice. Biltrinin! Reggie! If you use a move that takes yourself out, use Healing Wish or Lunadance. I prepared for it with Miyamoto in the back, and you use Explosion and Memento. Sure, it lowers our stats, but you just took yourself out after literally being in the game for one turn! Just one turn! Biltrinin had, like, I suppose he's still the MVP of my team considering how well he did and how important he was in round 1, but now it's 5-3! And they're probably just going to switch R out. And they're about to keep A in because they still have an Ingrain thing. And their Confusion is going to be gone soon. This is looking really bad. R goes away to get rid of those stat drops. E comes in, Confusion ends, so now they have a 67% Ingrain thing. Thrash comes in, luckily immune with Awada, which is nice, I suppose, so no damage there. Fling doesn't work. Play nice, lowers the attack stat of E just a tiny bit, but I do feel they'll stay in at this point. Hail, bit of damage everywhere, but just an Ingrain heal once again. Pretty much negates the hail damage. E switches out to get rid of that stat drop. R comes back in. Soak, yep, doesn't work on Arceus multi-type. Fury attack, yep, that doesn't exactly do a lot of damage. Would have done a bit more on, I think it was the Arceus Fire that they had originally, yeah. That spot would have done more, doesn't work. A is confused. Guess what, doesn't hit itself with Confusion. Hits with Psycho Boost. Lowers its special attack though by half, but they're bound to just keep it in because Ingrain. If they didn't have Ingrain, they would likely switch it at this point. Bone Club, decent damage on the Fairy one, but we need to hit that one really fast and really hard. Rock Blast, and we miss. Things aren't going too well. Healing Witch comes out on their side, but because they continuously sent in the Pokemon that was already damaged, I don't think they get any healing. Finally, A hits itself in Confusion. They get the Healing Wish. We don't. They can't really make use of it, but they still have 4 Pokemon to R3. And I'd say they're still in the lead. I'd say they can't get healing. They get a slight bit of healing on E, because that's a tiny bit of damage from being sent out earlier. So, I apologize for getting it wrong there. Cross jump on Satoru Iwata being an awesome ghost type and using its 2 immunities. Just a bit of damage with Shadow Sneak on Peanut Butter there. Charm lowers the physical attack stat now of A, with half special attack and physical attack stat there. Rock Wrecker from Peanut Butter hitting E to 6% of its health. So now I'm thinking, I have a chance. Sure, A has Ingrain, but it has lowered special attack and attack, like half. Not just 2/3 of its original power, it's half on both. So offensively, it can do a lot less. So if we can just hit that thing, we can do well. Like, E is near takeout, which I believe Hail will take out, considering that's 6% of health. Although, depending on how it's rounded up or down, it may just not do it, or it may do it. It would tie it up. And then we actually have the HP advantage. And then my Pokemon just need to hit A, and we could still do it. We could come back. Hail, unfortunately, does end, so it doesn't take out E. Peanut Butter has to recharge after his Rock Wrecker on the previous turn. Shadow Sneak on E, very nicely done. E is taken out. It's 3-3. And on average HP, we're about equal. I'm slightly lower on total HP. They still heal with Ingrain. But we stand a good chance. They send in you, the Arceus Electric. They get Outrage once more on Satoru Iwata, this time not on Peanut Butter, which would have resisted it. Metal Sound to lower the special defense of A. Okay, guys, they have another special defense, so just hit them now. Dragon Dance on Peanut Butter. This could potentially work out real nicely. Hit A. Confide. Lowers the special attack of Satoru Iwata. Do I decide to switch to Shigeru Miyamoto or not? I don't remember. I do not. Double Edge comes in on you. Lots of damage, but that does mean recoil on Peanut Butter. Lots of damage on you, which could potentially mean with a good move for Iwata. While Horn Drill misses, Iwata could take out you with a good hit. Lovely Kiss actually misses A. Try to confuse A. Outrage once again comes in, hits Iwata, confuses you. So come on, take out you or hit A really hard, preferably with a special attack, considering its special defense has been halved. Bullet Seed on you as opposed to A, which I didn't really like. Decent damage, so hits 3 times. Shadow Force, so A leaves the field for a turn. Unable to be hit. Signal Beam of Satoru Iwata. Resisted. Doesn't get confused with Signal Beam, which is nice. Poison Powder on A, but it avoids it considering it is in the shadows for Shadow Force. Is this going to hit Iwata? I just hope it doesn't, but whoever gets hit will likely be taken out. Aerial Ace, yeah, I know it normally doesn't miss, but they're in the shadows, so then it doesn't work. Shadow Force on Iwata. Takes out Iwata. So it is a 3-2 to vvooper. U does hit itself in confusion, but meanwhile, the Ingrain user A is almost, it's like over 3/4 of HP, and we need to make this work. We have 2 Pokemon at lower than half HP. Spotlight. Center of attention, whatever. Okay, U gets a move out. Volt Tackle takes out Peanut Butter, takes out itself though. It is 2-1, and it's all up to Shigeru Miyamoto to finish this off. And it is possible with the special defense drop on A if they get hit hard. That's not the special attack I meant. Bit of damage to the infestation, sure we get the extra high horsepower though. Damage to Miyamoto, if it wasn't for that halved special attack, it would have taken Miyamoto out, but we do have to realize they still have S, a full HP, regular stats, Arceus flying, so this is going to be very difficult. Mist comes in. Dual Chop, actually an immunity considering Dual Chop is a dragon move. What does S do? Petal Blizzard hits A, hits Shigeru Miyamoto, does resist at 13%, still possible, unlikely but possible. We have to make it, Miyamoto, come on. Infestation with some extra damage, deals more than Ingrain heals. Pin Missile on Miyamoto, 11, 8, 5%. Survives. Miyamoto is still in this game. I'm calling for rest. I want rest. They use Water Sport. I'm fine with that. That doesn't damage Miyamoto. Flare Blitz. No, that actually he takes himself out. Oh, no. And after we came back from the losers bracket in the initial tournament to win it in the end, unfortunately, we are out after 3 matches in the Arceus Metronome tournament. It was a very fun fight at like the first, let's say, 3, 4, even 5 turns. No one really took the lead, and then I had some unfortunate moments with Explosion and then Memento in a row, which really put me on the back foot. And then they had a Healing Wish, I believe, or Lunar Dance, one of the two, which healed one of their Pokemon slightly, but it did get rid of one of their Arceus, which helped me out. Was able to get quite close, but then eventually, like, they had one really good turn. Hit me hard. Miyamoto was on its own, and then I knew it was going to be difficult. In the end, A was um, their MVP with Ingrain. Was able to just keep healing. If it wouldn't have had Ingrain, it would have been taken out a long time ago. Although then again, it might have been switched out considering its stat drops. But with Ingrain, unlike Aquaring, you cannot actually switch. So even if they had a quarter of their stats on everything, they were unable to switch. So they just stayed in with Ingrain, healed up whatever they could, and then just dealt just tiny bits of damage, maybe some status moves here and there, and that just worked out for him. The other Arceus supported that, and vvooper wins. That's the end of the tournament for me. However, that isn't the end of the tournament videos, because I have asked vvooper and their opponents in round 4 to save the replay so I can watch that later, so we can continue the videos for this tournament. So that will happen. I'm out of the tournament, but we will continue following the tournament well into the finals and just to its completion. So next round it is vvooper against, well, you'll have to find out who that is. See you in round 4. Goodbye.